being 2-1, I think that's, a pretty good start. Obviously, we still take it game by game. Starting with the first game, it was, a strong opening performance, 8-2 victory away with the wind chill at about 15 degrees. It was a very cold game for both teams, but it was a good start for us, to get that first win. And then the following week, we went to Newman. Started slow, and they jumped on us, and we're up 6-2. But we kept our composure, and I think that was something that was good to see from a young group of guys. Down 6-5 at half, we came out firing in the second half, and outscored them 12-3, and came away with a nice win, because that's a tough team and a tough group to play. And then this past Saturday, playing at Centenary, it's a well-coached team, very senior-heavy team that really outperformed us and did a good job on the field. And it's something that we're going to need to learn from as a young team, a very young team, to see how we can get better and to improve on the year, because that was a team that was a very, very quality team, and we need to learn a lot from that game. Well, starting on the defensive end in terms of freshmen, Alex DiClemente, defenseman from Ramapo High School, excellent young man. Everything he does in the classroom, on the field, he's just a great kid, someone that we're proud to have representing our program. Certainly has some of the top talent on the team in terms of his skills and work ethic, and we're really looking forward to seeing what he can do this season and help to make our defense even stronger. And also on the defensive end is Kevin Ipel, and he's a freshman starting goalie for us. That's a tough position to be in, to jump right into your first college season and be a freshman starter with a young group around him, but a very solid defense with two captains on the defensive end helping him out. I think that's a great thing as well, and he's performed well for us in the first 3 games. A transfer on the defensive end is Gordon Ruffing, a sophomore for us, great kid, someone that we recruited coming out of high school. Great lacrosse program at Ridgewood. He was a captain in his senior year, and he's someone that he just gets it. He knows what he's doing. We're very proud of him, the way he works, and we're expecting him to provide depth at the defensive end and hop in the game when we call him to, and he's always ready, so that's a good thing. On the offensive side of the ball, I would start with James O'Donnell from Lenape High School. Excellent young kid as well. He's someone that can do it all offensively, and he plays really well with Drew Wright, who's our best midfielder as a junior and a captain. Them being on the same line is a tough cover for other teams, and James has really performed well so far in these first 2 games, and we think he's only going to pick it up even more. And then you got a lot of other freshmen as well. We have Vincent Manacia on attack, Connor DeSico, Guy Logie at midfield. So we're very young. Our starting attack is sophomore, freshman. That's pretty young. Well, the veterans that are going to have to play well and really lead the team, I would start with Drew Wright at the midfield. He's a junior for us. He's been starting as a freshman since his freshman year. Another great kid, strong work ethic, really has the attention of the team. Was voted by the team as a captain this year as a junior. That's saying something, about his personality and the way he works hard in practice. And he's got all the skills, and he gets covered by the best long pole from every team, and that's something that he's got to take in as it's something that they're showing respect to him as a player. And then staying on the offensive side, I would say Nick Bologna as a sophomore, that's a veteran. After your freshman year, that's it. And he's someone that had a great year for us last year. Unfortunately, missed the last few games with an injury. But this year, he's fired up, ready to go. Had a game with 8 goals already, which was absolutely amazing. He really put us on his back against Newman, and really showed why he is legitimately an All-American candidate. So if he plays well, and he gets a lot of attention from the other team, which is what we talk about with the other guys, is they're going to have to step up when all the attention goes on Nick. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Zach Wilkins, our senior long stick midfielder, had a great first game. has played well this season. Had 7 caused turnovers in the first game, which is very good. And he's someone that he leads by example. He plays his heart out every single game. There's not many kids that play as tough as him. So having him, as a senior leader on that defense is definitely a big help to our defense. And once we get Dan Lamella back from his injury, we're going to be in good shape. He's someone that's also going to provide leadership and starting since freshman year, and we miss him right now. But other guys have stepped up, and when he comes back in, he'll fit right back in, and we'll be ready to go. And lastly is Gino Isola, who had obviously a breakout year last year as a freshman, leading the country in face-off percentage. And we've talked about the fact that last year's over, and this is a new year for him to prove himself and to continue working hard. And he's one of the hardest workers that we have as well. And we're expecting him to have a big year this year as well. Well, as we talk about every year, injuries strike every team in the country. It's certainly no excuse. It's just something that is a part of sports, and something that our guys focus on in terms of understanding that not every game on the schedule is guaranteed to you, and that is exactly why it's a cliche, but it's 100% true. It's game by game, and we talk about all the time. The only game that's guaranteed is the next one if you're healthy, because after the first game, we lost Robbie Crace, senior captain at the midfield. He's done for the year, and that's unfortunate. But what's good about him is he'll be there and be a constant reminder to the guys that there's no guarantee, that you have every game on that schedule, and that'll keep the guys having the right mindset, I think, as well. And as I mentioned earlier, Dan Lamella is out right now with an injury, and we're expecting to get him back soon, and that'll be a big help to us. But we certainly know that injuries are always going to be a part of the game. The focus this year is really to get better, obviously, every single day, and to really gel as a unit, because we have a lot of newcomers to the team. So that's why it's imperative that we get off to a good start mentally as a team, and focus on our abilities and what we need to do game by game, because it's a tough season. College lacrosse is tough. You're playing an extra quarter compared to the high school game, and that's something that our freshmen are finding out very quickly, that 60 minutes is a little different than 48, and you're playing against some top competition. So with that, our focus, like I said, is really to work hard, understand the game of lacrosse, and understand how when you lose a game like we did on Centenary, to not make it a total loss. And what I mean by that is we need to learn from it. If we learn nothing from that game, then it's a complete loss. We want to challenge for the conference, and to do that, you've got to be much better at the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year.